Alright guys, what's up? It's Shin, and today we're going to be going over Baiken. I'm going to be making a few videos on this character for like a guide. This is going to be the first one, so it's just going to be like the basics if you've never played her before, just to kind of give you that intro to the character. And we're going to start out with topics being like the general game plan, her buttons, specials, and supers. Nothing super serious or complex, just like showing you the character. So Baiken is a character that relies on frame traps and like pressure with high-low mix, and depending on the situation, left right, to threaten like the throw. Like she's very strike throw until she gets meter, because she has this new mechanic called her tether, and basically that just, you know, keeps her by the opponent or keeps the opponent to her. So she's just an insane pressure character. So with that, we're going to be now moving on to the buttons. So I'll give a brief summary over all of her buttons. So she has her 5P. It's a 4-frame. I'll put like a little snippet from Dust Loop on the bottom, but it's a 4-frame, insane button for tick throws, if I could do it, like just because of how fast it comes out. And then it's just like great in like when you're in block strings, you can kind of just mash it out. And then after that, you have your 6P. Her 6P isn't that great in my opinion. It's not slow, but it's not like relatively fast. It's pretty stubby, but you know, it's not chip 6P, so could be worse. Next we have her 2P. Another good like pressure, like getting out of pressure, like you can go like this or like this. Really, you can go like that to kind of check the low. And so like a lot of these you can go like, so her punches are really good for, aside from 6P, are really good for getting out of pressure just because of how fast they come out. Next up, we got her kicks. So she has her 5K, which is really strong. It's pretty fast. It moves her forward. She also has 6K. 6K is awesome. It's an insane button. Like this frame traps, I won't go too much into like frame traps and stuff, but like just it just covers so much distance because it's forward advancing. It's really powerful. And then like you obviously get like your special cancels or like for that. And then she has her 2K, which is a really good like mix-up tool, like for lows, and like also good for, since it's longer than her like 5P or 2P, you can kind of check stuff from a farther distance, so it's really good for that. And then probably one of her best buttons, her far slash. Her best round start option is far slash, because of it's a 9-frame that's also disjointed, which is insane. And then like her close slash, dash cancel. 5K is also dash cancelable, but like her far slash, I believe, is +1 on block, just like everyone else's, except for like souls, geos, you know, all those strike throw characters, that's +2. But it's really good for setting up, because it's jump cancelable, so you can use it for like mix. But we'll get into that in a later video. So like her, and then her 2S is really good. It's a really good poke, like neutral poke, just because of how far it goes. But also you get her heavy slash buttons, you know, her 5H. Pretty like it's pretty good speed for a heavy slash button, and it's disjointed as well, so it's really good at like kind of just whiff punishing stuff. But if you're gonna go for a whiff punish, use her 6H. It's slower, but it is more disjointed, and you get the cowabunga combos off of it on counter hit, which is insane, which I'll go into in another video about the tether itself, because I think that's has enough to talk about to make it its own video. And then you have Baiken's 2H, insane button, just catches shit everywhere, really strong. It's really long distance, like Like, just look at how far that goes. So 2H is safe on block, which is good, especially because you're able to special cancel it. So like you can kind of add pressure with that with like Tatami or H-Kabari, but that's stuff we'll get into in a future video. And then you have her dusts, like standard dust, nothing too crazy about it. You're really not going to use it that much unless you're trying to throw your opponent off. And then her 2 dust is really good as well. It does hit twice, and you can cancel the first hit. That. So it's a really good, like, her 2K2D is insane. And then you have one of my favorite buttons in her kit. Jump dust. Really good. It's disjointed at the end, but you can get heat knuckled out of it. Just a heads up, you can get heat knuckled. It's awful, but it can happen. And then I'll go over the other aerial buttons real quick as well. So we got like her jump punch, really good air to air actually. Yeah, jump dust is actually really cool. I love using it, and I'll get into how I use it in like a later video with like some more advanced stuff. But like her air to airs are insane. So like her having a mediocre 6P is like fine because like she has like jump slash. It's insane. It's disjointed. It comes fast. You can go shit like that. That was just a really basic thing that you can do. It's really insane. Such a strong button. Her buttons are really good. It's just you can kind of get lost in the sauce with her. So that's just something to be careful of. Her jump K is pretty good. I don't use it too much personally, but it's good. It's got more range than, like, it kind of knocks them upward a little bit. And we also have jump H. It's basically a quote unquote slightly worse RAM jump H, but it's really good because of how long or how active it is. And so you can kind of go like it safe jumps really well, which again I'll go into in the next guide video. She has a lot of really good tools. You just kind of got to be mindful, just because you can mess up if you get like too greedy or too aggressive with it. So it's just something to keep in mind. But next up, we're gonna go over specials. So we'll start with her most notorious one that was a simplified version of her old game plan, Hiragi. It's 236p. It parries everything that isn't a projectile or a throw, including supers, which is really cool. It's really funny being able to parry supers and stuff. It's just a super enjoyable. It is active frame 1 and can be plus depending on what frame they like, between frame 1 through 6 it's active. Depending on which frame they hit, it can be it can be plus, which is insane to think about. So like it's just really cool. It does a solid 130 damage. It's such a good button, but you cannot abuse it because it does have 34 frames of recovery. So like it's a really good like call out, like, oh hey, you had a gap, let me just, you know, take my turn back. It's super good. And yeah, it does 130. Here, let's see if I can. Oh damn it, I'm terrible. Why am I why why can I not? Why is that? Yeah, 130. It does 130. 100% staying in the video. But yeah, it does a flat 130, which is a lot of damage, as you saw. And then next special is Tatami. One of her strongest tools. One of many of her insane, like all her specials are insanely useful. They're all really powerful. This one, you can do it in the air. They removed the restriction on it, which basically means this. That's literally all it means, is that you, before the one goes away, you can put on another one. It doesn't really do anything, so don't worry about doing that. But like, it's great for safe jumps. So like, that's like your go-to safe jump, which I'll go more in depth in safe jumps and stuff in the next video. So if you want to see that, you know, just be patient with me on it. It is like a stronger, like it's one of her 2 special cancels that she can do, like in block string. So like that. The first, if it hits both, she's technically minus. So here, like if it hits twice, right? If it hits both times, you're not plus, but if you do that, you're plus, which is something important to know, because you can always go like that, or like, you know, that one missed, but you can do block strings to set it up to kind of keep your pressure, because since it's plus, it's still your turn. Next up, we're gonna go over everybody's favorite move, Yo Johnson, which it's Yo Johnson. So it's an air specific move, but the important thing, which I'll go over it real quick as well, is you can tiger knee it. So basically that just means you do 2, 3, 6, 9 to do it, an instant air overhead. So you can, like, anything that's jump cancelable, you can do it. So like, that's not a good example, but like that to get yeah, 6-9, hee hee. But if you, so like that's where a lot of her mix comes from, just because she does have access to a instant overhead, and there are different ways to do it. The 2, 3, 6, 9 one, this one has more recovery, and it's technically a super jump, so you can't do, like, for example, like her ladder combo, if you know what that is. So like typically what I try to do in combos is go like this, 9, 2, 3, 6, just because you can still get that jump cancel. So like you can go like this, whereas if I do this, if I do, I can't get the jump. So like, but you can still get like a meaningful confirm off of it, but it's just something to keep in mind, that this one is technically safer. And another thing too is, like, you'll see a lot of Baikens go like this. If they block with, like, if they're blocking with that jump slash, like that was too early, you'll get punished mega, because it's like it's minus 14. So what you want to do is go closer to the ground like that, and then you'll be safe because it's plus. So just something to keep in mind. It's something that I still don't do all the time, but it's just something to keep in mind, just because if you see someone mash throw, that's why. It's because you did it too early, and it happens. You're gonna do it a lot. It's just a part of the plan. But next up is her next special. Actually, I'll quick go over this. It does hit both sides. So like you can, here, I'll take them off block. You can go like this to get like a combo like that, and then, you know, but anyways, speaking of that chain, that is H Kabari. So it's 4, 2, 6, or 4, 1, 2, 3, 6 heavy slash. This one actually has 2 versions, which I'll go over the heavy slash version just because it's a lot more simple. It has a follow-up, so like you can do this and then you can push a button. This is minus 3, so like you can kind of go like that, or like like do like 5p or something, just because that 5p is a 4 frame, so you can kind of, depending on the person, if they respect it, you can kind of get away with that stuff. But the one thing you have to be careful of is the follow-up is -7, so you will probably get punished unless they really respect it. So you gotta kind of use like the follow-up sparingly, but the follow-up, if you get the hit, does give a hard knockdown like that, as you saw. So that allows you to go into her safe jumps. So like I said, I'll go into more detail in the next video, but that's where you get your most of your safe jumps from, just because it launches them back, so you can do IAD to Tommy and stuff. But you can also, if you hold down heavy slash, you can cross up. That is the most risky option, and you really have to get your opponent to respect you to get away with it, usually, because otherwise they can mash you out of it. So like here, like I'll just show some examples of stuff people will do after block. We'll do 6p. Yeah, you can get thrown out of cross up on reaction. Yeah, it's a risky thing to do, so you got to get them to respect it. Oh shit, I should probably have them blocking. Oh yeah, if you delay it, because you can delay this. Like it's pretty generous, so like you can beat stuff. Yeah, it can make slow buttons whiff, yeah. But like here I will I'm making it look really bad right now. Yeah, I'm trying to get it because I know you can 6p the I know you can 6p H Kabari. But anyways, we'll move on from it. We'll move on. Anyways, so those are your options. You can get you can get punished for doing that. You can get punished really hard doing this because they can throw it. They can mash as well if they have a fast enough button, which they usually will because 5p is really fast. So next up we have probably like it's her new gimmick, Escobari. So it's the 41236 slash, and it's tether. So like kind of as I showed, it keeps you by the opponent. And now there's technically 2 ways to apply it. So like it's here right now. It doesn't last forever, but you can also do it on throw, apply it on throw. But if you don't want to apply tether, you can just hold down dust and you won't apply the tether. I'm gonna make a separate video on tether, so I'm not gonna get too much into it, but this is where most of your mix is gonna come from. So like you can do that, or like, yeah, I'm not doing it fast enough. Like that, so you know, like that, it's where her mix comes from, like on Oki. It's a really powerful tool if you know how to use it. It is +2 on block, but if you do it like this, you're gonna get punished out of it. You're gonna get thrown, you're gonna do something. So like it's you got to know how to use it. So like that's why I'm gonna be making a separate video, just because there is like kind of a lot to explain, in my opinion, when you're trying to show someone for the first time. And so that is it for her specials. But for her supers, she does have one reversal. It's 236 slash. The 3 hit. It's really good. More times than not, you're gonna get a wall break if you end with a combo. Like, like kind of like if you're like about right here, you can end with it and wall break on certain combos and certain routes. And then her next super is I'm not gonna know the name. It's the Blicky. So it's 2 and 4, 2 and 4P. It is arrow K. It's not a reversal. Like it doesn't have any like invulnerability. So like just something to keep in mind. But it's an insanely good like, oh, you tried to throw a fireball full screen, because it does cancel out fireballs. So like that's something good to know. So like if they shoot out a fireball, you can cancel their fireball and probably punish if you can react fast enough, or if it's just a call out. Like if Nago or Chip are trying to like send out their clones, you can just Blicky if you can react fast enough, or if you kind of read it, you can punish it in that sense, just because, you know. So it's a really good call out tool. So that's just something to keep in mind. Try not to do it full screen out of nowhere. It's a good meme when you do it, but it's not really good. Which I'll go more into meter usage in the next video, just because this is a very basic explanation of the character. As Crazy Kid says in chat, parry PRC is typically the better reversal, because you can PRC the parry, so you can go like this. So like you can do that just because then it's safe usually, depending on what your opponent did. If you really want to be cheeky, if you mistime the parry, you can do this, but I don't recommend it personally. Again, this is a lot. This comes down to meter usage. So, but I mean, I've really went over everything I need to say. So there is going to be a part 2 to look forward to. I think I'm going to work on the tether video next after that, or after this one, just because I think that is quite an important. All right, and with that, we're going to be ending the video here. If you liked what you saw, if you have anything you want to correct me on, if I was wrong or I didn't word it properly, or if you have questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I will link my Twitch, where I play a lot of Strive, Persona 4 Arena, JRPGs as well. That will be down there in the description. I'll leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.